Hey guys, welcome back to California Cooking. You know, it's that time of year where you just feel like getting in the kitchen and baking something. So I have the perfect recipe for you today. It's a sweet potato pie bar with marshmallow frosting. Then I'm cooking up a flavorful fish stew. It is a great main dish for a holiday gathering. And finally, I get to be a chocolatier for the day when I go behind the scenes at the Compartes chocolate factory and make my own candy bar. First up, I get in the kitchen with Julie Tanous. She has a food blog and a cookbook on the way with actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson, who you guys know from Modern Family. Well, we make the most delicious sweet potato pie bar with homemade marshmallow frosting. It is out of this world. Take a look. Julie!
Hi!
It's so nice to meet you.
So welcome to my kitchen.
Oh my gosh, your house is beautiful.
Thank you.
Your kitchen, what's great about your kitchen is it's the center of the home, right? You can see everybody, you can see everything.
It's why we bought the house.
Isn't that great?
I mean, forget what my kids and husband need. It's all about the kitchen.
I was reading about you, and here's what's amazing. You and the Barefoot Contessa have something in common. Have you been told this before?
No.
That you both started in DC.
Oh my gosh, we
She
did.
started-
I love that I have something in common with Ina.
Yes!
She's my hero.
Me too.
So I worked in PR and music,
Yeah.
and in DC I was at the Motion Picture Association, but
Didn't you think about for a minute kind of getting involved in
a little public policy.
Yeah.
I was a PR and poli-sci minor and didn't want to waste my parents' money or my education. So need to go to DC and be this career woman.
Yeah. And so
Stay out of the kitchen.
Right, and so Ina did the same thing, and then she's like, no, that is not my passion.
Right.
And how did you find your passion?
You know, I was unhappy and I was like, life's too short. I started taking recreational cooking classes at different schools in New York, and I loved them so much. And then, funny story, not funny, my husband broke his ankle. But the funny part of this is, it was a really bad break. He couldn't leave the house and he didn't want to go to dinners. It's like, we'll have people to our house, you know, I'll cook. So I was following recipes, and Ina was Smitten Kitchen and Ina were like my two go-tos, the recipes that I would cook for people that would come over. And so I started cooking for Will when he had a broken ankle, and I think that lasted for like 3 months, and then it became this therapy for me.
And so you're a Southern Belle. Do you like being called a Southern Belle from Alabama?
I'm very proud of my roots. I love Alabama Southern cooking. I love where I'm from. I cook with a lot of nostalgic ingredients.
We have to talk about your friendship with Jesse Tyler Ferguson too.
Yes.
Because I think when I was reading about you guys and that you have a blog, you're doing,
We have a cookbook coming
together.
out. Yes.
That I thought was such a cute friendship, especially the way you guys met.
Jesse and I met at a dinner party after my first child was born. I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to socialize. So I forced myself to go to this dinner that I did not want to go to alone. And I ended up sitting near the exit sign so that I could leave. I could escape. Jesse did the same. So we ended up sitting next to each other, and it was literally love at first sight. And I think that night we decided to write a cookbook together. We got ahead of ourselves. So.
And how many years ago was that? And now you're
that
doing
was in
it.
2015.
Wow,
and
so
now we're finally doing it.
That's so incredible.
So we're not bloggers, but we started this online collection of recipes to sort of set us up for that.
Okay.
And we're very excited.
Our sweet potato bars, which are perfect for the holidays. You're gonna take us through, and there's not that many ingredients.
It's so easy. So have no fear if your pie crust skills are not great.
Terrible.
This crust is a graham cracker crust. So you're gonna put graham crackers, salt, sugar, and butter in a food processor, pulse it together. You're gonna press that into a pan.
Okay. So you got it lined.
I like to line my pans. I didn't because it's parchment.
Okay.
And this makes it easier when they're done. You can just lift the bars straight out of the pan. This is gonna par bake for like 10 minutes in a 350 oven. And let it cool completely before you get started on your filling.
Okay.
And we're gonna make a delicious marshmallow frosting. You will never again buy marshmallows to put on top. I'm gonna let you.
All right, tell me what to do.
We're gonna add our sweet potato puree. I'm gonna add this, oh, look at this. I mean,
That is liquid gold right there.
liquid gold. I'm gonna crack these eggs, and I will let you add in our
spices. Okay, so we've got nutmeg.
And for the nutmeg, I like to grind my own.
This is the clove,
yes.
right? Clove. You grind your own nutmeg. Okay,
it's just there's gonna be more flavor.
Yeah. And then ginger. Okay, do I do some salt, a pinch, or the whole thing?
Whole thing.
Okay.
Everything's measured out.
Yes.
Add a little sugar.
Okay. And so how many eggs were in here?
2 eggs.
2 eggs.
And
vanilla paste.
Slowly. Yeah, again, if you don't have a vanilla bean, I mean, you can use extract, but I like the bean grain.
Yeah.
And then at this point, we'll whisk. Now we're gonna pour this on top of our par-baked crust.
And then in the oven for how long?
About 35, 40 minutes at 350. So we're gonna make our marshmallow frosting. So we've got a cup of white sugar and 2 egg whites. And we are gonna whisk this together. And right here, we're gonna do the double boiler method.
Yeah.
Which is, we're just gonna dissolve the sugar over the simmering water. And you wanna make sure the bowl does not touch the water, else it's gonna cook your eggs. This takes about, like I said, 5 minutes, but you wanna make sure the sugar is completely dissolved, otherwise your frosting is gonna be grainy. We're gonna add in our vanilla and our cream of tartar, which is gonna stabilize our egg whites.
Yep.
I'm gonna transfer it to my stand mixer. And you're gonna whisk at medium speed for about 5 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna just plop our...
a big bowl of
just plop that
marshmallow
on.
Yum.
I'm gonna spread it around.
Okay.
And Jessica is gonna torch this for us.
She's given me her torch. You love this tool.
Yeah.
Julie, yeah.
I love it. There you go. Oh, yeah.
All right, so you gotta see how close you get, right?
Right, you'll start seeing it.
Look at this.
And the peaks are gonna look beautiful and get nice and toasty.
Oh, it's like we're at a campfire.
I know.
What do you think?
So good.
Oh, that looks so good. Nicely done, Julie. Beautiful.
So excited.
Look at your perfect slices.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
See those layers?
I do.
I think we should eat some.
I do too.
You have this one.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay. Oh. Crust is very reminiscent of cheesecake with the graham cracker crust. The middle with the sweet potato is so creamy.
That's so good.
And then the marshmallow.
It's like a sweet potato s'more.
This is like yes. Actually, this is incredible. That dessert is one of the best things I've ever tasted. It's like if you took a s'more and a sweet potato pie and smushed them together. It is so good. Julie also showed me how to make spicy sorghum syrup cookies. To see that, check out our Instagram at KTLA California Cooking. Coming up, it's real-life Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory right here in Hollywood. I'm making chocolate bars at the Compartes factory. Plus, does Levi like it? I'm making a festive hot chocolate from scratch, but will he like it? We'll find out. But first, it's the perfect one-pot holiday dish to serve up this season, full of shrimp, mussels, and halibut. That's coming up next. The holidays are all about family and friends coming over and sharing a meal, but sometimes you want something easy and all in one pot. So I have the perfect thing. It's my holiday Cioppino. Take a look. I always think it's nice for Christmas Eve or around the holidays to make a big pot of something comforting. So I'm gonna make, and you know what it reminds me of too? On Christmas Eve, Italians do Feast of the Seven Fishes. This has a couple of fish in it. It has shrimp, mussels, and halibut. So I'm gonna make kind of what would be called a Cioppino. It's not quite a bouillabaisse, it's a fish stew, but it's really lovely, and I think one of those things that's just nice to have on the back of the stove. And it looks Christmassy too because it's red. But right now, just cutting up some carrots. Fennel. I love fennel. The thing about fennel is you take that outer layer off because it's tough. Cut the middle out. The middle has a hard core, and you chop that into around the same size. You want everything to be the same size, the carrots, the celery, the fennel. I'm gonna cut up an onion. Let me show you my trick with the mussels. Bowl of warm water, a few tablespoons of flour, and then you put your mussels in. And what that does, it gets the mussels to open up and spit out any sand that might be in there. So you let those soak. So the thing about mussels, they should be closed, and obviously they open up in the pot. And if they don't open up, then you don't eat them. Already cleaned my celery and put it in a bag. I also, don't be afraid of the leaves of the celery. I love that. I use it. So to cook up our veg, use a heavy pot. The Dutch oven pot would be the best call. And then a healthy sprinkling of salt. And you're just gonna wanna sweat these down just like you would to the start of any soup until they're soft and translucent. And then I'm gonna add the other flavorings to it. Some pepper. And this is one of those meals, a lot of times during the holidays, things are heavier, they're comfort food. This is a little bit lighter because it's fish and it's a nice healthy stock, but it has so much flavor that then it gives you more room for dessert and other fun stuff. But it really is a cozy night in kind of a meal. Our veggies have softened. Now, anchovy paste. I only use this for Caesar dressing, but I thought this was a great way to add more depth of flavor. And I get it in a tube, so you can just stick it in the fridge. And I know, I don't like anchovies either. I'm with you. But they add such an interesting flavor. They're salty. So about maybe 2 teaspoons of that. We're gonna do some crushed tomatoes. So about 28 ounces. Some white wine. I have Pinot Grigio here. So I'm gonna do about a cup of white wine. Clam juice, another thing I never buy, but it's always in the grocery store and I see it. This is gonna just give us that fish stock that we're looking for. 2 of those. And if you can find fish stock, seafood stock, go for it. If you can't, you could use water, but this, or veggie stock, but this is gonna give it a depth of flavor. You're gonna bring that up to a simmer, and then some of the aromatics, which I should have added my garlic earlier, but it's okay because it's gonna cook. I'm gonna grate in 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. The thyme goes in. I did about 3 to 4 sprigs, and then you pull out, once it cooks, all the thyme leaves will fall off, and then you just pull the sticks out. A bay leaf, and this is just gonna cook low and slow for, I would say 45 minutes before we even add any of the fish, and just let this come together. And if you like things a little bit spicy, I'm gonna do some red pepper flakes, just a little bit. Give it some heat, and it smells up the house, so nice. We're gonna put the mussels in. It's been gently boiling back here, simmering for about 40 minutes. And now we're gonna add in our mussels. And these are gonna cook for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna add our fish and our shrimp. Okay, our mussels have been in there for 5 minutes. Now we're gonna add the fish. I have halibut, but you could use any flaky white fish. Also some shrimp with the shell and the tail on. So, in everybody goes into the pool, and then we're gonna tuck the pieces of halibut in there. Go, and just a gentle simmer, and this should cook for another 5 minutes, and then it's done. Moment of truth. Nice, pretty. I like it. And what I would like to do is top it with some fresh parsley, and also I put a little bit of lemon zest too on top. And you want to get a little bit of everything. And wouldn't this be nice? You come home on a chilly night and you have some of this, or Christmas Eve. And I also just some little baguette, toast it up with some olive oil. You could rub it with garlic to do a garlic and dip in your fish stew or your cioppino, whatever you want to call it. And there you have it. It really is so cozy and yummy and the perfect dish if you're busy with family and friends and wrapping gifts to just have on the stove and eat whenever you're ready. Coming up, I get to go behind the scenes and learn how Compartes makes their gourmet chocolate bars. Plus, does Levi like the festive hot chocolate I made from scratch? We'll find out. If you've been out and about shopping this holiday season, most likely you've seen these beautiful Compartes chocolate bars. And to find out that they're made right here in LA, well, I had to check it out, and I got to make my own chocolate bar. If Santa had a very chic chocolate factory, this would be it, and you would be his head elf.
Yes.
Hi, Jonathan Grahm. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm chocolate covered, so I'm always good.
Compartes is so amazing because I didn't know this. Okay, I've seen the chocolate bars every store here in LA, but it's been around for 70 years.
Amazing. Yeah, Winston Churchill, Marilyn Monroe, the Kennedys, Frank Sinatra all used to shop here. And it's got this amazing Hollywood history and legacy, which is why we do a lot of the California themed bars, which is why it's such a great gift to send all across the United States. But yeah, 70 years in business, all still made from scratch by hand.
And Jonathan, the most amazing thing when you walk in here, not only is it so elegant and beautiful, you designed it, but you can see everybody, your chocolatiers at work.
Well, that's the idea. So you walk in and you see these beautiful bowls full of nuts and gingerbread cookies and cinnamon toast crunch, and it makes people hungry, and you can see them making it and then come right across and get the bars.
And I think it's so interesting to see the decadent, really cool ingredients, because you told me, you know, most chocolate bars, you've seen the video, right, where it pumps out the chocolate into the form.
Right.
No, not
here.
Compartes.
No, it's all made from scratch by hand with real chunks of ingredients. I mean, there's over 50 different varieties too.
Okay, I want to know about your holiday, because is it just do you walk into your house and there's just chocolate fountains and things?
That would be amazing. It's like Oprah, like and we are on Oprah's favorite things this year too. Yeah, which is amazing.
Oh my gosh, did she pick a favorite bar or just said?
She's got the whole organic vegan set. Yeah.
You've been with the company since you were 15.
Yes, I've been making chocolate for 20 years now.
Wow.
I was once the youngest chocolatier in America. I hope that eating enough chocolate still makes me look that way, because it is very healthy for you.
Yeah.
I've been doing it my whole life, and it's really my passion and my love, and I'm so happy to be able to really showcase that with this beautiful new facility and these great bars.
Jonathan, we're going to go back where the magic happens.
It's your own personal Willy Wonka wonderland.
Jonathan!
We are here.
This is amazing. So what do you call all the lovely people who make the chocolate every day?
Well, I try not to call them Oompa Loompas, but we call them our chocolatiers, actually.
Yes.
A lot of the people that work here have been here for almost 20 years, the whole time I've been here. It's a labor of love, really. It's a small family business.
Amazing.
And it's really, really amazing watching them make the chocolate from scratch.
I just look at the ingredients. I mean, these are beautiful, full nuts. They're not chopped. They're not little pieces.
And that's our own nut mix. But what's crazy is, you know, when you go to the grocery store,
Yeah.
you get an almond bar, and there's like one almond in the chocolate.
Exactly.
That's not what we do here.
No,
What we
no.
do is we put it full of nuts, full of ingredients, and you can see like how beautiful and shiny
It is
the
silk.
chocolate is. It is literally silk. Time to put on the gloves, and then we'll show you how to make chocolate, and then you'll have to do it yourself.
Okay.
So Margarita here is making our homemade English toffee, and she's hand dipping each piece in dark chocolate, then she's sprinkling them with sea salt. Adit here was making our cereal bowl bars. These ones are
Are these Lucky Charms?
They're Lucky Charms, Cheerios, cornflakes, marshmallows,
Oh my
all
gosh.
the good things.
These are so cool.
I kind of want you to try one. Is that really
Can I?
Oh,
Right off-
absolutely.
right off
Like
the
fresh
line?
off the presses.
It's like milk.
Yeah, cereal.
And cereal.
It's the best part of eating cereal, all wrapped up in a chocolate bar. These are so amazing. You can see how beautiful they are. They're studded with the strawberries, goji berries, acai, and dragon fruit. And you see each one is hand packaged,
Yeah.
and we put them in these gold bags so every person feels like they're winning a golden ticket.
Yeah. So she's even sealing them with the hand sealer.
No machinery. So now we're gonna make another holiday bar.
Okay.
We're gonna make gingerbread. One thing that we want to do to keep the chocolate at the right temperature is constantly it has to be circulating.
It's like my first day on the job, so I'm a little nervous. And the boss is watching.
I'm sure you'll do great. You're a natural.
Don't be afraid that you're overfilling. Okay.
You always take a little bit out.
Okay, you guys, I think I'm feeling better about this one. We've got our cookies.
And actually, we want to put the cookies right side up.
I got a dirty chocolate.
I'll help you.
Please.
This is like a project.
I don't want-
We're
yeah.
partners in this. And there, we've done it!
Our gingerbread bar, teamwork. One Christmas gift down.
Yes, lots to go.
Lots to go.
Your kids will be very happy with these chocolate
Oh my
bars.
gosh, Jonathan, thank you.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Compartes is now my new favorite chocolate, hands down, and they have so many amazing flavors. You gotta check them out. On to more chocolate. I make a homemade hot chocolate. It is so easy and so good, but will Levi like it?
Is it hot, Mama?
How does it taste?
It's so funky.
Funky? Okay, agave. But agave is really sweet.
It's too hot.
But is it sweet enough?
Yeah. Can you put some ice cubes in? Put a lot of ice cubes in.
Yay, he liked it, but chocolate and marshmallows, of course he's gonna like it. If you'd like the recipe, go to our Instagram at KTLA California Cooking. That's it for us, but if you want to hear more of my conversation with Julie Tanous and her food blog, recipes, and cookbook with actor Jesse Tyler Ferguson, check out my California Cooking podcast. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. How many bars a day for Maria do you think that she can?
Maria can make like 1,000 chocolate bars
Wow.
a day. Yeah.
Maria, do you want to ever eat chocolate when you're not at work? No.
No?
I mean, sometimes I eyeball, but
What is?
oh, sorry.
Wait, your espresso maker just started to make an espresso out of nowhere.
And it shoots the coffee cup over here to
Is
us.
it
like there's a
possessed?
go-go gadget arm that brings it to us.
Let's have your crazy espresso machine.
Yeah.
Just start.
Brew. Wait.